Sometimes the loneliest place in the world is not being alone, but being married. You wake up next to someone. You share a house, responsibilities, memories, even years. And yet, deep inside, there is a quiet feeling you can't explain. A feeling of being emotionally unseen, unheard, disconnected. And the hardest part is this: you may feel guilty for feeling lonely. Because from the outside, everything looks fine. But loneliness inside a marriage doesn't come from distance. It comes from emotional absence. Many people believe that loneliness in marriage only happens when there are big fights, betrayal, or obvious conflict. But that's not true. In reality, emotional loneliness often grows in silence. No arguments, no shouting, just fewer conversations. Less curiosity, less emotional presence. At first, it feels temporary. Then it becomes normal. And one day, you realize you feel alone with the person who was supposed to be your safe place. Let's pause for a moment and ask an honest question. When was the last time your partner truly asked how you were and waited to hear the answer? Not about work, not about logistics, but about you. From a psychological perspective, especially in marriage and couples therapy, loneliness in marriage is rarely about lack of love. It is about lack of emotional attunement. Emotional attunement means feeling emotionally noticed, feeling responded to, feeling that your inner world matters. When that disappears, people don't stop loving. They stop sharing themselves. Here is a common example therapists hear. A couple sits in the same room every evening. One scrolls on their phone. The other watches television. They speak, but only about tasks. Did you pay the bill? What time is the meeting? Don't forget tomorrow. There is no conflict, but there is no connection either. And slowly, one partner starts to feel invisible. Loneliness in marriage often sounds like this internally. I don't want to complain. I don't want to start a fight. They're tired, I understand. Maybe I'm asking for too much. But emotional needs don't disappear just because we silence them. They turn into sadness, resentment, or emotional withdrawal. Marriage therapists emphasize something very important. Emotional loneliness is not solved by spending more time together. It is solved by spending more emotionally present time together. You can sit next to someone for years and still feel emotionally abandoned. So what creates this emotional distance? Often, it's not intention, it's pattern. Unresolved emotional wounds, poor communication habits, fear of vulnerability, avoidance of emotional discomfort. Many people were never taught how to stay emotionally present in close relationships. They were taught how to survive, not how to connect. Here is a gentle but powerful truth. When emotional needs are ignored long enough, the heart doesn't scream, it goes quiet, and quiet marriages are often the loneliest ones. Now let's talk about healing. From a marriage counseling perspective, reconnection starts with awareness, not accusation. Not, you never listen, but I feel alone even when we're together. This shift matters because blame creates defense, but vulnerability creates possibility. One therapist-based exercise is called emotional check-in. Just once a day, one simple question. How are you really feeling today? No fixing, no advice, just listening. This alone can slowly rebuild emotional safety. Another key element is emotional curiosity. Many marriages become lonely because partners stop being curious about each other's inner world. People grow, change, evolve. But relationships stagnate when curiosity ends. Ask questions again. What has been heavy on your mind lately? What are you worried about that you haven't said out loud? What do you miss? These questions reopen emotional doors. And here is something many people need to hear. Feeling lonely in your marriage does not mean you are weak. It means you are emotionally aware. Loneliness is a signal, not a failure. Now let me ask you something important. If your partner truly understood how lonely you feel, what would you want them to know first? Hold that question with honesty. At Mindsnap, we believe emotional conversations save relationships, even when they feel uncomfortable. This channel is not here to judge, it's here to listen. What part of your marriage feels the loneliest right now? If you feel safe, write it in the comments. You may be surprised how many people feel the same way. Mindsnap wants to be your quiet place of understanding. If this video spoke to you, please like, subscribe, and stay with us. You're not alone, even if it feels that way today.